Alright guys, I apologize. I already started putting together the diff. Forgot to start pushing record on the camera. So you missed a little bit. Wasn't much. It was just put the gasket on the inside of the ring gear and put the two halves together. So you're not missing a whole lot there. Just I'm not tightening these down yet. I'm just trying to get them all close. You know, it's taking far too long. There are tools for this sort of thing. I don't have a little itty bitty driver, but got a drill. Gonna put it on low speed. Set the torque really light because I don't want to make these all the way tight just yet. It's like hitting the fast forward button. Alright, take this one, snug them down the rest of the way. I have a mess of diff fluid here, but it's together. We have a differential. Just going to clean up this excess. Alright guys, sorry. Got the differential cleaned up pretty well there. Actually ended up running out of storage space on my phone, which is what I'm recording this with. So lost. I didn't do anything but clean up the differential. Had to go and free up some space, but should be back in business now. We're to the next part. We're getting to the next part. As soon as I can find all the parts that I need. We have completed diff. You can look, the 30K is pretty stiff. Diff works. So I think that 30K is going to work pretty well for us. The next thing we have is a diff housing, which is this piece. The diff is going to sit down inside of it. Need to locate all my parts. So it looks like we need that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. Look, I located all my parts already. And then I have some screws. We're going to need these two screws right there and those two screws right there. And that appears to be it. There's some grease instructions. So I'm going to go ahead and apply the grease that I need. It looks like they want grease around here. So I'm just going to throw a bit of grease on there. On that ring gear. It'll spread out. And it wants some grease on this one. And apply that. Just gonna make a little mess. And it also is calling for grease on here, but I'm not sure where. By the looks of it, it's pointing to roughly here and here. I don't know whether it wants it on the surface or on the bearing journal. Not really sure. If I'm doing this wrong, I apologize. Someone can correct me. Like I said, I'm going to have this back apart probably because I have the I don't have the gear oil that I would like to have in it. Oh, there's grease on there. Who did that? Go ahead and pop our bearing inside. Drop our gear through. We have this collar. It's going to go through. And a bearing on this side. Alright. So then we're going to pay close attention here. Looks like we need to find a set screw that goes with this too. And it's right there. And put them on there. It calls for some thread locker. Little dab will do you. Little dab will do your thread locker. Oh. Or maybe it would be wise to get that lined up there. Hold it in place while we set that screw on there. And I'm gonna go ahead and snug it down. The Allen key, snug, is tight. Good to go. Looks like it's got a little play in it. So what I'm gonna do is loosen it back up and squeeze it as tight as I can. I just took that play out. Make sure it's good and snug, which it is. As you can see now there's no play. Our gear's inside. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and drop in our differential. You can see what we're doing there. And there's a lot of grease in there, so it's going to be messy. It will spread itself around as it needs to. We have our housing cover, and it's all downhill from there. Here's our Allen wrench. I'm going to cheat once more. Break out the drill. Remember, I've got the torque set pretty low, so it's not going to strip out in this plastic. Come out of there. Just going to set it lower. Whoop. And we got these two go on the other side. Oh, look at that. Gave us a different size. Different size hex. A little bit bigger. Guess what? They don't fit. They do not fit. Huh. How does that work out? That one doesn't fit. Guess we're using the hex key again. Go ahead and thread it in there. I can't believe I don't have one that fits it. It's a 2.5 millimeter. Doesn't like it very much. Do it the old-fashioned way. Just snugging them up for right now. Nothing's torqued. Doesn't call for thread locker or anything like that. So we're just putting the screws in right now. Alright, got them snugged. Find our right size hex key here. Oh, I guess if I read the instructions, it said to prevent dirt from getting inside of the gearbox to apply a thin film of grease all the way around. Obviously I did not do that, but I think it's going to end up being okay anyway. Like I said, we're just running this for now. I do plan on changing out both of the diff cups and the diff oil, so I'm not too concerned about a little bit of dust. In fact, this differential may never even see any runtime right now. I'll most likely keep it with the 30K in it, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna have it forever. There you can see we're turning. How about that? We've got a differential. It's like our next assembly. We have front spindle and CV assembly. So it looks like gonna be this one. It says B5. This is bag B1. So again, I don't know if the bag numbers even mean anything for assemblies. But so far I've yet to find any that match what they're supposed to. Like we got our nice shock tower there. And some supports. Put them to the side. We want to get into this bag. See what we got going on here. So put some trash. We're looking for some parts. We have, oh, here they are. We want those guys. So this, I guess, is going to be the drive shaft. You got rings. Got some pins in here. Nope. This must be your dog bones. Whew, more pins. Hope I didn't use the wrong pins in the differentials. That would really suck. Because I don't think I have. I've got this pin. 3518. Now that's the same part number we used in the differentials, so I'm guessing there should be more of those somewhere. I'm gonna check the bag I found the previous pins in, or the shims. These are for a different assembly. I happen to know they're the same part number, and I'm hoping by the time I get to one of the other differential assemblies, I will end up finding more pins. Because right now I don't know where else to look for them. They weren't in the assembly that I'm working on right now. So I'm going to put this one back over there. And these pins. Huh. So that's not the pin for there. It's not what I need. 3523. That's interesting. I guess we have more parts here that I don't know about yet. Let's look them up. See what they look like when they're not a silhouette. Drive shaft couplers. So they're actually not pins, they are plastic with pins, which is unfortunate. I'm just guessing here. We'll have to see if it works, but I believe we're missing some pieces. Ah, what do you know? Found them. These bags are all mixed up, so you end up with 3 or 4 different bags open just to get the parts you need for your current assembly. Kind of disappointed in that aspect of this kit, but I don't know if you can see those. It's the little parts I was looking for. Couplers. So it looks like these couplers go in here, and then you have see, this is the part that bugs me, because I stole the other pins for the differentials. So this pin here is not going to work so well. Since I need 4 of them and I only have 2 of them. So it looks like it's the correct pin. Supposed to get some black grease down in there. So I'm going to do it. Gonna grease the whole thing, because I believe in greasing your joints. You want those to have plenty of grease. Now you're supposed to get your shock boot over top of your dog bones. I probably should have done this the other way. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to take this back apart. Just going to use this. Push the pin out. That made a mess. It's my first time. I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, there we go. Took all the grease with it. So we're now try to line all of this back up. There we go. I'm gonna throw some more grease in there. Cause my shock boot drug it all out. Throw our boot over. And your ring goes on this way. I guess that's what it does. It just sits there. Doesn't thread or anything. So I guess that sits there, and I assume it goes up against, you know, your wheel. So I guess the pressure on your wheel is what actually holds that in place. Have to assume. So there's one. Let's do this one right. We'll put the boot on first. Slide in that piece. Find our pin here. Pins in. Load it up with some grease. Big dab will do you. When it comes to greasing your joints, I prefer more. Just make sure they're lubricated, because that is going to be a wear point. Not really sure what holds your boots on, but there they are. So now we need steering components. Again, another bag of a bunch of parts that we're not using. It sure would have been nice to get all this stuff as you used it for each assembly. It would have made sense. Got another boot. I assume goes, I don't know. I'm not going to speculate where it goes yet. They'll tell me when I need to know, I assume. That said, we have some bearings, looks like. We have steering blocks. So that's actually what holds that ring in place. I guess the pressure inside of here. Bearing. The bearing will go right there. And it's slightly odd the way those fit, but I assume I don't know if I'm missing something. Should there be a gap? I'm going to use a little bit of grease like it's glue. Hopefully. You can just hold that pin in there. Should there be a gap right there? I don't feel like there should be. Maybe somebody can comment and let me know. I don't feel like that's the way that should go. I don't know if I missed something. I bet there's a wheel bearing inside that we missed. There's supposed to be a bearing in the inside. There. That wasn't on my assembly, so yes it was. I didn't see it because I'm ignorant. Didn't pay attention. Now, that looks a lot better. We put our hex in. Almost looks like it's too much now. Sorry, I can't get in camera because I'm trying to get this pin into the shaft. I'm not being very successful at it. So, trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong. Maybe that I just need more. Yep, that's what it is. The rubber boot, you're going to have to compress it. A little bit of rubber, it's inside. Now doing that while keeping this all lined up. There we go. That was difficult. Turns out I didn't need to glue the pins in. So, there we go. One down, one to go. So we do the same thing this time. We know what we need to do. We need a large bearing, a small bearing, because we've read the instructions now. Very important. You always want to read your instructions fully so you understand what it is that you're doing, why you're doing it. We'll see if we can make this one go a little bit smoother. Find our other hex. Which is right here. This is the fun part. You have to line them up. You have to compress the CV shaft while pushing the pin through. Seems like it's very tight, very snug fit. Whew. Let's try it this way. Those bearings make it difficult because they're very slick. So your shaft's trying to turn the whole time you're trying to compress it. So it's very hard to line them up. But that said, you got that done. one assembly down. Looks like there's also inside set screw, which again is not any of the assembly packages that I've opened. There's a couple right there. Must be them. Unfortunately, I just dropped a part on the floor, so I'm gonna go try to find that. Not sure, but I think what I did was threw an Allen wrench across the room. Alright. So that steering assembly is done. Looks like the next thing we got. Whoa. These are parts. Some A-arms. They have breakaway tabs on them there. And we need shows some two different types of inserts, one silver, one black. The book shows two different part numbers, TLR 244001 and LOSA 1701. It's like the shorter one is the TLR number, so that looks like the silver one. So that's what we're gonna roll with now, because I don't have any other options. It shows the silver one there, the black one there. Just out of curiosity. I'm going to see what happens if you put them in backwards. Yep, that's why. So if you see the black one sticks out, the silver one is flush inside. So that's going to go there. And then we get a steering arm. We'll leave this one. No. These. These go on next, it looks like. And we want the one, the other one, for this arm, if I'm not mistaken. Go in there. And there's some screws, which I believe are these. Oh, what'd I do? What did I do, guys? Did I do it backwards? I did it backwards, didn't I? So that it's going to be this one. That looks more better. Ooh, look there. We got two different screws. Shorter one and a longer one. Luckily, put them in the right way, I believe. Look at that. Doesn't fit. Once again. Doesn't fit once again. I don't know if Losi has some proprietary Allen key size or something. That one's not going to work like that. We got to find the right size, guys. What is going on with Losi right now? Like all of my Allen keys are the wrong size. I'm not sure what this part that I'm putting in does. Doesn't say. It just says threaded in. Or it shows it threaded in right here. Guessing it's an adjustment of some sort for future use. Alright. 4402, which are spacers of some sort. There's going to be two of them on each one, so it has to be those because there's only two of the other ones that I have here. I'll take that back. There's one. There's one. Easy way to figure it out. See what fits. It's going to be the thicker ones, I believe. The thicker spacers. So, go ahead and get these started. Sorry, I'm trying to keep it in the shot. It's kind of difficult to do. But I don't know the best way to do this. It's the first time I've assembled a kit like this one. So I'm going to try that. See how it works. Oh, look. Those spacers. Actually go on the top. So this one's right, the top one. This one is going to go in that side. I don't know if you can see that, but there you go. There's one steering arm. Ready to go. So let's do that one more time. That one's going to go there. This one's going to go there. Is that correct? Yep. That one's on that side. This one's the right side. They're actually labeled. Again, if I had paid attention, I would have saw that beforehand. But I didn't, and I just saw it just now. So this is going to be the same thing. On this side, we need these bushings, and we're going to get the black one on the front of the vehicle, silver one on the rear of the vehicle. And we have it's going to go in here. Our short screw goes through the silver side. A long screw goes through the black side. And we get to tighten them down. I'll find the correct size hex. There's got to be one. I have to have a hex that fits this. I can't believe there's not a hex that fits this. But it does look that way. None of the hexes that I have with my kit or the tools that I have fit this. So this is a 2mm. It's a 2.5. That has to be a 2.25mm. 2.5 doesn't fit. So again, the old-fashioned turn of the hex key. Whoop! I lost it. That one's in there. And we're going to get might be in trouble here. You can only see one of these pins laying on my bench. That means it must have been, helps if I put it on the right way, must have been with the Allen wrench that I threw across the room. In case you guys are wondering or thinking that I'm a bad parent for not watching my daughter, she's vacuuming the house. She's right next door. Hi, Minji. Say hi. Are you vacuuming?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have your puppy? Yeah. Are you cleaning?
Yeah.
You want to use the other vacuum? This one, look. have this one too. You can vacuum. Vacuum. Vacuum with it. Vroom, 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 vroom. Yep, get that dust up. You want to put it back? You put it back in there?
Yeah.
Now you gotta put the bottom in first.
5.
Put the bottom in first. Watch. See? Like that. Good job. High five. High five. Hey, you gonna leave me hanging? Okay. Have fun vacuuming. My daughter's 2 years old. She's very smart. And she's a very, very good child. So I trust her to be out and about in the house and do her own thing. So I'm missing a part. I have to find it because it's the lower pin that holds this in place. It must have been what stuck to my elbow and flew across my room. So I'm going to do that. I'll come back when I find it.